Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about these VooPeak night vision goggles and rangefinder and why it would be a consideration to have if you live off-grid. So let's go ahead and open this up, see what's inside, and discuss more about it. Alright, when you open up the package, you will see that you get this nice carrying case right here. So let's open this. And here we go. On this side right here, we do have a pretty substantial user's manual, but it is in a lot of different languages. And we also have, this is the data and charging cable right here. On this side, we have a neck strap, and then the rangefinder and night vision goggles themselves. All right, my first impressions of this are, well, it looks complicated. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the front. I mean, I'm sure this is the actual camera. I believe there's a light right here. One of these is probably a night vision camera, and then maybe one is like a distance finder, but hopefully we find out more about that. On this side is your screen, and it is a full color screen, so you should be able to see exactly what you're doing. And then on the top, there are, let's see, 4, 8, there are 9 buttons on the top, so we will discuss those a little bit as well. Okay, so first let's look at the buttons on the top. On the upper right, we have your key button. Below that, we do have the zoom in button, and also the up arrow. We also have our OK button and our zoom out and our down arrow. On the other side is the power button, our menu button, the mode button, and also our DM button. And if we look at the front of the camera, we have our infrared light right here. Below that, we do have our flashlight. Right here is our main lens focus wheel. So this is how you would manually focus it right here. And then on this side, we have our laser emitter and our laser receiver to tell distance. So if we push the power button, here's what happens. You will get that welcome screen, and then you will see it in full color camera mode. And you can see on top, it will show the camera, it will show the time and then the distance in meters, but we haven't checked the distance, so it says 0. It is on video mode up at the top. It does say 4K on this side. In the middle, it has a little handshaking thing, and that means that it has video stabilization. On the bottom, it does show that we do have our micro SD memory card installed. And we do have a full battery. That's the symbol on the bottom. On the bottom right here, you do see that it says times 0.0 because it does have an 18 times digital zoom lens. And then on the bottom left, it does have the current time and the date. And I'm sorry, I was mistaken, but up here, that shows how many hours of video you could record with this memory card. First, let's test the flashlight. If you press that, you can see the flashlight turns on. And it's actually, it's pretty bright. I like how it focuses in. It's not like just a floodlight. It's actually a focus light. If you hit DM, that is the distance meter. So you would press that once, and it will show you the distance to the item that is being pointed at in the red. I believe it has to be at least 3 meters away, I believe. So let's just try over here. And there we go, it does say 3.9 meters. If you hold it down, it does switch to yards, and then it switches to feet, 12.8 feet, and then back to 3.9 meters. If you click on mode, it switches from video to camera. It also has a 48 megapixel camera on it. We'll hit mode again, and then it will go to your actual file menu, showing what videos and pictures you've taken already. If we go to menu, these are all of our menu options. You can see video resolution, image resolution, loop recording, exposure, date stamp, backlight, and then if you hit down, we'll go to the next page. anti-shaking, OSD mode, screensaver settings, language, date and time, SD card format, and then default setting, version, and after sales support. If you press the key button, it will light up the keys, and if you press it again, it tells you it gives you different brightness levels, up to 3 levels. So that way you can easily see it at night. If you want to switch from the color view to the infrared view, you just got to press the up or down arrow once, and it switches to the infrared view right there. And you can do up to 9 levels of infrared brightness. And it does show it on the little number right up here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it goes all the way up to 9, and then it switches back to color mode. And the up and down arrows can switch between up and down on brightness. And if you hold down the up arrow, it actually uses the digital zoom, so it zooms in. And at the bottom now it does say 6.9, and then you can go ahead and zoom out by holding it down, and it zooms out. And then the OK button is just to select the menus from the menu section. And then when you turn it off, it does say goodbye, and it shuts off. It does say that it has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery installed inside, which is rechargeable. And you would use it, and you would recharge it using a USB-C cable. It also has a screw mount on the bottom, so we will be actually using that a little bit later to go outside and see what it will record during the day, and then also we're going to record at night. So you can see the difference between this camera and my GoPro during the day, and then this camera again and my GoPro at night. Kind of visualizing what your eyes can see. So let's go ahead and go outside now and let me show you those examples. Okay, well, I am out in my backyard, and you can see that there's not much going on in the field out there. And there is my my son's play area, and you can also see the trampoline over there as well. Let me go ahead and show you the infrared camera side-by-side view as well. And sorry about the wind. Hopefully you can hear me okay. All right, and there you go. As you can see, it is zoomed in quite a bit. Let's look at that power area right there. We can see in the GoPro view that it looks pretty far away, but in the rangefinder, it is zoomed in quite a bit. And if we can actually see, if we can actually measure the distance by clicking the DM button, and we can see that it is 13.7 meters away. And if you hold it down, that's about 15 yards or 44.9 feet. So that view is 45 feet away, when in the GoPro, it looks like it is really far away. And also, if you look out into the distance, it does kind of have auto exposure, which is nice, but it doesn't have auto focus. So that actually is kind of a bummer. But it's actually really easy to focus, which is kind of nice. So, but let's go ahead and try to do a little bit of zooming, maybe on this sign way out here, and see how it looks. So we'll go ahead and start slowly zooming in. This is as fast as it zooms also. But you can see the zoom is actually really good. Now we're up to almost 18, and there's 18. And now I'm sorry it's so shaky, but it's windy out here. So I can't really hold the camera that stable. But you can easily see that that's a FedEx truck right there, when on the GoPro, there is no way you would know what that is. So let's go ahead and zoom out. And again, this is as fast as it zooms out. So zooming in and out is kind of slow, in my opinion, but it does the job. So now if we're looking over here, we can see that pile of debris and those trees, but in the GoPro, I mean, you can see all of that stuff. So it is quite zoomed in. And again, if we wanted to measure that power box over there, we can see that it's 81.7 feet away. So this was during the day. We're gonna come back out here at night and we'll see if we can actually see in the dark. All right, so now we are outside in the dark. And as you can see on the GoPro, you can't really see anything out here. All you can see is maybe some lights from the city or your street lights. So you can't really see an intruder at all, or a wild animal or something like that. So, but as soon as you turn camera on, it gives you a whole new view of what you want to see. And right there, my intruder, which just happens to be my son. But what you would do is if you saw something like this, you could easily scare them away by flashing a flashlight at them. And just like that, the threat is out of the picture. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about the VooPeak night vision goggles and rangefinder, please go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll have a link to this item in my description, just in case you want to look further into it. Thanks again.
And have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ha ha ha.